is Big Roo, not the little one. Not the little one. Not the little Hey babes, let's get into this green cut crease eyeshadow. It's very much giving springtime and you need this makeup look in your rotation. Stay tuned. Alright babe, so let's get right into this tutorial. So first you're going to want to start with a fluffy eyeshadow blending brush because we're going to be going because we are going to be starting with our transition color. We want it to blend very soft and very light, which is why you want to use a fluffy blending brush. You want to start with either a warm brown or like a burnt orange color, something that's warm like on your skin tone. I'm using the Morphe palette and this shade is the color Roxanne. And all I'm doing is going in circular motions. So for lining our brows, we used a lighter concealer just to give it a highlight. So when you're doing your transition color, you want to go in the circular motions to basically blend the pigment into the concealer. But you want to use a fluffy blending brush because you don't want it to end up looking muddy or harsh. And you also don't want to take away your highlight. Notice that I'm following like my natural like curve. So this is my natural curve of my eye and I'm just following that. And then when I get to the ends, I like to just kind of blend it in because we're going to be going in with a dark brown and we want all of our colors to make sense. Alright, then I'm going to be using the same brush to go in with a darker shade. You can switch brushes, but I like the blend on this one and I'm not really going for a smoky eye per se, so I want to use a brush that's going to blend it really well, and I know that this brush blends super soft. I do want to also add that there's a difference between a dense fluffy brush and then like a regular fluffy brush. A dense one usually doesn't flare out. Let me see if I can show an example. It usually doesn't flare out very much. This would be more like a dense fluffy brush. I don't know if you can really tell, but the hairs kind of go upward more, so this one fans out. So you want one that fans out. If not, you can definitely get away with the dense brush, but the denser the brush is, the more pigment you're going to get. And for this particular like transition color and the dark brown, I'm not looking for a lot of pigment. I just want it to offer some depth and blend really well and really soft. So let's keep with our circular motions. One thing I like about this brush too is that it's buildable. So if I do want to go back in and add more pigment, I can. Then I'm going to go in with the dark green pigment. In my Jaclyn palette, I have these two pigments. By the way, this is the orange that I use in the color Roxanne. It's really like a warm brown, kind of an orangey color. But I'm going to go in with this dark green shimmer. And I'm pretty much only going to place it here. Like right where my brown is. So I am just using the green to meet the brown. This is a denser fluffy brush like the example that I've showed you. So it is giving me a little bit more pigment, which I am fine with. And I think I'm going to add a little bit more brown just because that green looks pretty pigmented. Whenever you want more pigment, pack instead of blend. And if you want to blend it out, brush. Alright. Now this part you can skip, but I am going to define my cut crease with concealer, but I can't talk. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Beige, and I'm just going to define my crease. I wish it would focus. Okay, it doesn't want to focus, but I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Pure Beige, and I'm going to define my cut crease, but you do not have to. What you can do instead is use a flat eyeshadow brush, and when you put your pigment, just make your line. I had to focus to go ahead and do this, but I did want to say that if you are following along and using a concealer to do your cut crease, please note that I am following the natural crease that is in my eye. You don't want to make your cut crease too low, because then if you blink, you're going to lose your precision in your line. So you want to make sure that you follow where your eye naturally creases. So like all that means is that if you close your eye, or if you look up where your eye folds, basically. After I make my cut crease, I'm going to go in with a flat head brush that I use to apply the rest of my concealer to my face. And all I'm going to do is pat that concealer in and smooth it out into the eyeshadow. Do not disrupt your line definition. So I did my cut crease with concealer, but you don't have to. If you have a flat blending brush, a flat eyeshadow brush, you can get away with just lining your eyeshadow. Just dip your flat brush into your eyeshadow, line it, and then fill it in. I want my colors to pop a little bit more, so I decided to go in with concealer. I am going to set the concealer that I put on my eye with the Mercier powder, and I'm just gonna take a brush and just tap it on there. Not one in particular, to be honest, only because I need to wash my brushes. Normally I would use a flat brush even for this part, but I need to wash my brushes. Alright, and then we're going to use this particular flat eyeshadow brush, and then I'm going to be going in with my Morphe palette, Feed Your Fantasy, and we're going to be using this green color right here. So for this, we're going to be packing our color, not blending it. So we're packing it on our brush like this. So pretty. That's literally it. Easy peasy. So now we're just gonna do our mascara and lashes. You don't have to do lashes, but I am. You don't have to do lashes, but I am. So now we're just gonna add our mascara, and then that's pretty much gonna be the end of our look. Oh, and our lip combo. haven't subscribed for my full tutorials on YouTube yet? You haven't clicked the link in my bio to get the products that I use? Oh, okay. I would hate to be you right now and not have the products that I'm using and not be watching the tutorials, because this spring look, you need it. Yeah. Share this video. You gonna share the video? To your story, to your friends. You gonna share the video? Thanks. Thank ya. Thank you. This is Grilliana going to your mama. Walks probably every day. Somebody needs to drop a female version in response to the Drew Hill. Once that man is mine, I swear we would never be apart. Beat drop. Walks probably every day. All I'm saying, the man that stole my heart, and handsome is his name. I'm hoping I can make you mine. Ooh yeah. For another girl steals your heart, and once that heart is mine, I swear we would never be apart. I don't know the words for real. I'm sorry, I ate it up. I just did. I mean, the plate was full. I had to eat. I was hungry. I did what I came to do. Anyway, girl, bye. Subscribe.